Welcome back. Tonight, we're taking a journey through the history of U.S.-Israel relations. We'll explore the top 5 American presidents who most shaped this unique alliance. These aren't just political stories. They're about how bold decisions changed travel, culture, and global connections. Some of these choices shocked the world, and even us. Stick around to see who lands at number 1. If you enjoy these deep dives, hit that subscribe button to support more videos like this. Let's dive in, starting with a true trailblazer. Number 5 is Harry S. Truman. In 1948, the world was in flux after World War II, and a new nation, Israel, was about to be born. Truman faced enormous pressure from his advisors to stay out of it. But he made a bold choice. Just 11 minutes after Israel declared independence, Truman recognized the new state. This wasn't just a diplomatic move, it was the foundation of a lasting partnership. Truman's decision sent a clear message: America stands with Israel. It opened the door for formal ties, embassies, and the infrastructure that would eventually make travel and cultural exchange possible. Without this move, the landscape of U.S.-Israel tourism and cooperation would look very different. Truman didn't stop at recognition. He also provided a crucial $100 million loan, helping Israel stabilize and absorb waves of immigrants. This early support set a precedent for future presidents and built deep trust. Truman's choice was personal too. He saw it as a moral imperative after the horrors of the Holocaust. His conviction, even against political advice, is what makes his support so remarkable. Thanks to Truman, the first bridges, diplomatic and literal, were built between the two nations. Today, every student exchange, business trip, and tourist visit traces back to this moment. Truman's legacy is in every connection made between Americans and Israelis. He didn't just recognize a country, he started a friendship that changed history. That's why Harry S. Truman is number 5 on our list. He turned the key and set everything in motion. His impact is felt in every passport stamp and every handshake between our two nations. Truman's courage paved the way for decades of partnership. He's a foundational figure in U.S.-Israel relations. Without him, the story would be very different. His decision was the first step on a long journey. Every president since has built on the path he started. Truman's support was the cornerstone. He made history and changed the world. That's why he's on our list. Let's move to number 4. Number 4 is Richard Nixon. Nixon's legacy is complicated, but his support for Israel during the 1973 Yom Kippur War was decisive. When Israel was under surprise attack and facing possible defeat, Nixon responded to Prime Minister Golda Meir's urgent plea. Despite internal debate and fears of an oil embargo, Nixon ordered Operation Nickel Grass, a massive airlift of military supplies. For over a month, U.S. planes delivered thousands of tons of equipment, turning the tide of the war. This wasn't just about weapons, it was a lifeline that saved Israel in its darkest hour. Nixon's action proved the U.S.-Israel alliance was real, not just words. The aftermath deepened military and intelligence ties, making cooperation routine. For American Jews, Nixon's support was a powerful affirmation, sparking new waves of travel and cultural exchange. He also pushed through a $2.2 billion aid package, cementing America's role as Israel's primary benefactor. Nixon saw Israel as a strategic ally in the Cold War, a democratic partner in a volatile region. His support was pragmatic and unwavering when it mattered most. While his presidency is remembered for many things, his leadership during the Yom Kippur War is a defining chapter in U.S.-Israel relations. Nixon's decision tested the alliance and made it stronger. The partnership that emerged shaped decades of cooperation. Nixon's legacy is a reminder that support in crisis can change history. That's why he's number 4 on our list. His actions saved a nation and redefined an alliance. Nixon's support was a turning point. The U.S.-Israel bond became unbreakable. He proved America would stand by its friend. Nixon's moment of decision changed everything. On to number 3. Number 3 is Bill Clinton, the peacemaker. The 1990s were a time of hope, and Clinton worked tirelessly to broker peace between Israel and its neighbors. The iconic moment, the 1993 Oslo Accords, with Clinton standing between Rabin and Arafat as they shook hands. This breakthrough opened borders and minds, making travel to the region safer and more appealing. Tourism boomed as people flocked to witness history. Clinton's personal commitment was unmatched. He built deep relationships and invested emotionally in the peace process. When Rabin was assassinated, Clinton's heartfelt eulogy showed the depth of the US-Israel bond. Clinton's empathy made the relationship feel like family, not just politics. He pushed for peace at every turn, hosting summits and negotiations, even when success was elusive. The Clinton years also saw economic and tech ties flourish, with business travel between Tel Aviv and Silicon Valley becoming routine. Israel's image shifted from conflict zone to innovation hub, attracting new kinds of visitors. Clinton balanced peace efforts with unwavering security support, ensuring Israel felt safe to take risks. His dual approach, pursuing peace and guaranteeing security, defined his legacy. Clinton built bridges between leaders and peoples, changing the atmosphere in the region. Travel, cooperation, and connection reached new heights. Clinton's optimism and belief in peace left a lasting mark. He made the US-Israel relationship stronger, deeper, and more human. That's why Bill Clinton is number 3. He was the architect of hope and connection. His efforts transformed the relationship. Clinton's legacy is one of bridges, not walls. He changed how the world saw Israel and how Israelis saw America. Now let's see who's at number 2. Number 2 is George W. Bush, the staunch ally. After 9/11, Bush saw Israel as a fellow democracy on the front lines against terror. His support was unwavering, rooted in shared values and a clear vision. Bush's 2002 roadmap for peace was historic. He was the first president to call for a Palestinian state but insisted on ending terrorism first. This aligned US and Israeli strategies, leading to unprecedented military and intelligence cooperation. Joint training, intelligence sharing, and co-development of missile defense systems like Iron Dome became the norm. Bush's support was personal. He spoke passionately about the unbreakable US-Israel bond. His backing reassured Israelis and investors, helping tourism rebound after difficult years. Bush promoted cultural and educational exchanges, building people-to-people connections even in tense times. He stood up for Israel at the United Nations, using US veto power to block unfair resolutions. This diplomatic shield was vital for Israel's security and confidence. Economic ties flourished, with trade and investment growing despite global challenges. Business travel and cooperation in tech and defense industries wove the two societies closer together. Bush's presidency was defined by ironclad support, forged in the aftermath of 9/11. His conviction and policies created a powerful shield for Israel on the world stage. Bush's era brought the two nations closer than ever, especially in security and defense. He's our solid number 2 for making the alliance stronger and more resilient. His leadership was a turning point in the relationship. Bush's support was both strategic and deeply personal. He made sure Israel always had a friend in America. The partnership reached new heights under his watch. Bush's legacy is one of strength and solidarity. He set the standard for unwavering support, but who could possibly top that? Let's find out. Here's number 1. Number 1 is Donald J. Trump, the game changer. Trump broke decades of precedent by officially recognizing Jerusalem as Israel's capital and moving the US embassy there. This bold move was hailed by supporters and condemned by critics, but its impact was undeniable. The embassy became a new landmark, drawing visitors and cementing America's presence in Jerusalem. Trump also recognized Israeli sovereignty over the Golan Heights, another dramatic policy shift. But his biggest achievement was the Abraham Accords, normalizing relations between Israel and 4 Arab nations. This opened direct flights, new tourism and business opportunities across the Middle East. The travel map was redrawn overnight, connecting cities that had never been linked before. Trump's administration withdrew from the Iran nuclear deal and cut funding to agencies seen as biased against Israel. Every move was a dramatic break from the past, aligning closely with Israeli government priorities. Supporters say Trump's willingness to shatter old orthodoxies created new possibilities for peace and prosperity. Critics argue he sidelined the peace process with Palestinians. But no one can deny the sheer scale and speed of his policy changes. Trump didn't just support Israel, he fundamentally changed the facts on the ground. His actions shifted the diplomatic landscape of the entire region. Trump's legacy is controversial, but his impact is historic. He rewrote the rulebook and took actions his predecessors wouldn't. That's why Donald Trump is our number 1 most supportive president of Israel. He changed the relationship in ways no one else did. Trump's moves will shape the region for years to come. He made history, love him or hate him, the US-Israel alliance will never be the same. Trump's era was a turning point. He tops our list for bold, game-changing support. No other president made so many dramatic moves in so little time. Trump's legacy is still unfolding. He's number one for a reason. Let's wrap up our journey. That's our list, a journey through the pivotal moments of US-Israel relations. From Truman's recognition to Trump's game-changing moves, these presidents shaped history and opened new paths for travel and connection. Thanks for joining me on this trip through time. If you enjoyed it, please hit subscribe and help us keep bringing you more stories like this. Your support means everything. We'll see you on the next journey. Take care, everybody.